Mickey Dolenz is coming into the building. I swear to God, a tiny little bit of white wee-wee just came out of me.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Ah, salute.
Radio.
Suck it to me.
I feel kind of embarrassed playing this here because the man singing on that is here. It's Mickey Dolenz. Man alive!
You shouldn't be embarrassed. Every time you play it, I get 25 cents.
Oh.
Cha-ching!
In that case, listen, I'm a little bit embarrassed. You're my faivourite man in the world.
Oh,
you're
please,
genuinely my favourite. You were telling me a story about that song going down. What was that?
Well, it's a great tune, and we were doing the track. I always wanted to do a song by Mose Allison, a jazz singer from the 50s and 60s called Parchment Farm, and always wanted to do it. And so we recorded the track, and then Mike Nesmith said, it's a great song and everything, but we recorded the chord progressions of the song.
Yeah.
And he said, but why don't we have somebody, one of our stable writers, like from the Brill Building, write some lyrics for us, an original song. And so Diane Hildebrand, a very famous writer, went away with that track and came back, and I went in the studio one night, and she said, okay, here's the idea I've come up with. And they started playing the track we'd done, and I started singing it like, floating down the river with the saturate. And she said, no, it's twice that fast. I was like, what? She said, yeah, it's like, floating down the river with the saturated liver, and I wish I could forgive her, but I do. And that out of that came that really incredible song, great Diane Hildebrand lyrics. And
it's a B-side. It's hidden away, I think, on the B-side of Daydream Believer, probably. It's just not on an album or anything.
No.
It's wonderful. Yeah. And I think if I want to avoid the M-word for as much as I can, because you must have been asked every question,
the Mothers of Invention?
Yes. What was it like working with Zappa?
I actually was asked to be the drummer.
No, you were not.
Frank called me one day after the Monkey show was after the show was canceled, I think. And we were still recording. I was still recording and stuff. We had a contract, and he called me one day because we were next door neighbors, and he said, "You want to be the drummer for the new incarnation of the Mothers of Invention?" And I was incredibly flattered, of course. And I said, absolutely, I'd love to. And I called the record company, RCA Victor, to get out of my Monkey contract, and they wouldn't let me out.
No way!
Yeah, they wouldn't let me out.
Could you have done that without being rude about your drumming? Because you're a fine drummer.
I probably couldn't have. I did what I did. Okay, I was.
Well, you learned.
As you know the story,
minutes.
I was I was a guitar player. My audition piece for the Monkees was Johnny Be Good.
Yeah.
By Chuck Berry. I was a guitar player, and they cast me as the drummer, and I had the best part of a year to learn, and I was a musician. I could read music, and I did what I had to do, and I did it pretty good, I think. But I don't know if I could have. I'm not a studio drummer. I'm a studio guitar player.
Zappa's like crazy 12/7 time signatures and stuff. You can't even. It's hard to listen to.
Yeah, I could probably do it now more than I could back then.
Listen,
since then, I've played a lot more, of course.
I know everything there is to know about that band, and I want to avoid that for as much as we possibly can. And bless you for being so polite and coming straight in. I won an edition of Celebrity Mastermind, my special subject. I won Celebrity Mastermind.
No kidding.
Very huge quiz over here. My subject
I know
was,
Mastermind.
My subject
Is it
was
still
the
on?
Monkees. Yeah, they brought it back. Yeah, it's big.
That's a great show.
Anyway, listen. Let's do the business. We're here for the business because you're here in Hairspray.
Yes.
Is this the first musical you've been in since The Point over here?
Oh no. The Point was one of the first. I think I'd actually done Tom Sawyer in the States before that in Sacramento. No, The Point was. Well, one of the first big ones. Certainly at the Mermaid Theater. Harry Nilsson, my dear friend, had written it, and I came over 1977 or so, and he asked me to perform in it. It was a short run. It was going to be like 3 months or something, and I did that, and then I stayed here for many, many years. Directing, producing, and I directed and wrote adapted Bugsy Malone, the old movie,
to the
stage, and directed it at Her Majesty's with a bunch of kids, including a lovely 14-year-old girl called Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Was she really?
Yeah, she was like one of our stars. One of the first things she'd ever done.
Does she give you 10% of everything she has now?
No. She was incredibly talented,
Yeah.
even then, of course. Then I went back to the States, and I really didn't get into it until I don't know, maybe early 90s. I was asked to do Grease on Broadway and on the national tour. And then I did Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum in Canada for 6 months, Pseudolus. And then I went on to do Aida in New York on Broadway for a couple of years, the Elton John, Tim Rice musical. And then after that, Pippin, the revival of Pippin. This is now, and I've done a number of them since.
But you're in the UK, and it's lovely to see you in the UK, because you lived here for years, and we don't see you enough. The Hairspray's on. We'll give all the details out again, but hairspraythemusical.com it's at the Shaftesbury Theatre. You can get the tickets. We'll give all of that out again later on. I'm hoping to come and see it at some point very, very soon.
It's a funny show. I saw it in New York originally, the original cast, and always wanted to play Wilbur. And finally got a chance to audition over here.
No, I don't know the story at all. This isn't the... Because when I first heard Hairspray was going to be a musical, I thought it was that film...
It was.
In the 80s where
John Waters.
Where she eats the...
Divine.
Yeah, she eats the dog poo.
I don't remember that.
No,
maybe.
Maybe it's not.
I'm not sure that's the same...
I don't think...
I don't know. I don't remember the movie that well.
Right.
It was a film by John Waters in the 80s.
Yeah.
It was in the 80s, and... It's about, the story is about Baltimore in the 60s, and this little overweight girl and her overweight mother, who's always played by a male. And she's trying to get on a dance show, a typical kind of afternoon dance show, which was very common back in the 60s on American television. And then there's also this element of... segregation, which existed at the time, and blacks being on television, and so it becomes this sort of fight for rights, of overweight people and black people, and it's a wonderful story. And typically, great musicals have at their core some great story, and on top of that, of course, Hairspray has this incredible book and great music and lyrics, and you add it all up, and the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts, and you have a great musical that's gone on for years and years.
You're lucky it's not Hair, because Hair's the one where they take all their
They're
kids
coming
off.
They're coming in. Hair's coming in, I heard, too.
I'm a big fan of Hair.
And that other one, Calcutta.
Oh, Calcutta. Is that it?
Well, that's the slang pronunciation. It's Calcutta.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Dolenz. I do apologise. I do apologise. Can I thank you very much for Metal Mickey?
Oh, you like that?
Oh man, what year was that? 1980, 81?
Yeah, about
I was
that.
like about 7, 8 years old
right.
then.
Oh, you would have been the perfect demographic.
Oh man,
yeah.
we used to love that in my house. Saturday nights, I seem to remember it was. And
boy.
A mental psychotic robot that the remote control didn't work and it did as it was told.
Right.
Perfect for a little boy like me. I loved it.
It did very well. We ran that. That was like 3 years, I think, we had that show on the air, So I was over here for almost 15 years, on and off. And,
why did you go back to the States?
A divorce.
Oh, excuse me. Moving on.
Yeah. No, there was a big monkey reunion in the mid to late 80s, which I went over to do, and then stayed in the States. But I've been back and forth. I had 3 children here at one time that had been born and raised here. There is still one of my girls here, an actress named Georgia, who lives here in London, is a working actress. And I've been back over a number of times to see her. And she's thrilled that, of course, I'm now over here and doing theater. And I plan to do more. I suspect you're going to hear more of and see more of me.
Good.
Over here. I've already had some interest. People have expressed interest in me doing other shows. And so I think I'll probably be spending more. Because this musical theater thing, like I say, I came to it rather late in life, growing up in Hollywood, where there was very little theater.
Yeah.
But always loved it. My 2 favorite films when I was a kid was West Side Story and Oklahoma, the film versions of the musicals. And then, so I came to it rather late, but then just fell in love with it, because it really puts it all together. It's the real deal. It's live. And you go back and you look at the Monkees TV show in retrospect, it was like a little half-hour musical theater. A Marx Brothers movie. Much more like the Marx Brothers than the Beatles, which is the common, comparison. It wasn't really like the Beatles. It was like the Marx Brothers. This little half-hour film musical comedy. A little singing, little dancing, little shtick, little comedy, little story. Yeah, and if you go back, and it was John Lennon that made that first comparison about the Monkees and the Marx Brothers, and he was absolutely right. And so, I guess it's kind of natural, it's come full circle, and I'm doing it, kind of full time.
It's good to have you. You mentioned John Lennon there. I read in your autobiography that you were taking acid with John Lennon in the 70s. Is that true?
A few times, yeah.
I love it. That's so rock and roll, Mickey.
I didn't really get heavily, thank God,
No.
I didn't really get heavy into really much of anything. I don't know why. I had a guardian angel. My mom always said I had a guardian angel on my shoulder. I never really got into much. During the Monkees, it was impossible. We were too busy.
Too busy.
We were
of
filming
course,
a television show 12 hours a day, and then going on tour and recording every night. And I would go in the studio and sometimes record 2 or 3 lead vocals a night.
Yeah.
And so there wasn't a lot of time for much else. But after the Monkees and during the early 70s, I was there in L.A. when John was in L.A. and Harry Nilsson again, and Keith Moon and that crowd. And, so I certainly, had my share, but fortunately...
Lucky to come out of it the other side.
I just always go right to the edge of the cliff, and then something would pull me back.
Yeah, well, it's a great way to be,
Yeah.
So a lot of them didn't come out the other
and then
side.
And then right at that point is when I came here to England and became a serious, had a proper job.
Okay, listen, we're going to play.
I had a proper job.
We're going to play a record in a second. I've got to ask you: did you audition to be the Fonz in Happy Days? Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. It was down to me and Henry.
Man, if you had a fight with Henry Winkler now, who do you think would win in a fist fight between you and Winkler? I think you could take him, man.
We know each other so well. We would.
Isn't he the nicest
just hug
man?
each other. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. And he was a much better Fonz than I would have been. He is the Fonz. I mean, he had that whole East Coast thing. Yeah. But he does tell the story of going into the callbacks, and it was just down to him and I. And he walked in, and he saw me sitting there, and he said, "Oh, God, I'll never. Oh, Mickey Dolenz is here. I'll never get it." That was a mid-season replacement, for some show that got canceled. They just threw that in there, and it was a wonderful show.
Ran forever. Listen, we're going to play a song. Are you all right to stick around for a bit? You say when you want to go, because I know you're tired. I don't want to keep you. Let's have the Pauper song, and then we'll talk a little bit more.
Oh.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
Okay, there it is. There's the fade. I was excited. I'm joined by Mickey Dolenz, who's in Hairspray at the moment at the Shaftesbury Theatre. Hairspraythemusical.com is the place to go and get your tickets. We'll give that out again. We just played the Pauper song, Mickey, which is from...
one of my favorite.
That's wonderful.
Oh. Well, most of my favorite songs, I got to be honest, are the songs that Carole King wrote for us, including the Porpoise song, Pleasant Valley Sunday, another song from the movie Head, As We Go Along.
Oh, man.
Oh, she's just such a great writer. And I have a CD coming out called King for a Day, which is a tribute album to Carole King, featuring a number of the songs that she wrote with partners, with some of the great songwriters of our time. And it's just unbelievable what this woman, the library of her work is just unbelievable. So I got this CD coming out, but Porpoise song is one of my absolute favorites.
You mentioned Head there, and it is just the greatest psychedelic movie of its time, and it stands up.
Do you know what it's all about? You get it? Because I don't. And I was in it. No, it's an amazing movie.
Idea.
It's an amazing movie, So.
But it's just so quotable. The Lancashire Midget Greenie.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys seen? Hey, you Fuzzy Wuzzy. It's just a beautiful thing.
It is a great movie, and at the time, I felt we were doing something special.
Yeah.
It was written, as you know, by Jack Nicholson, based on conversations and work that we all did, and we all contributed, everyone, including Bob Rafelson, of course, the director, a marvelous director. And I'm very proud of that movie. I'm very, even though it's bizarre and it's kind of strange. I'm not exactly sure what it's about, and it's a little dark. the monkey fans, many of them couldn't even get in to see it.
But it's not a movie for 8-year-olds, is it?
No.
Which is kind of your key
No,
audience at
and
the
there was a
time.
lot of monkey fans that were at the time were disappointed because they couldn't get in, and if they did it, we had decided we didn't want to make a 90-minute monkey episode as a movie. And Bob Rafelson and Bert Schneider, who of course were part of that whole new Hollywood, went on to do Easy Rider and 5 Easy Pieces. They wanted to make a statement, and so they certainly did with that movie. And it was part of that whole Raging Bull, Easy Rider era in Hollywood of the new independents coming along and coming up against the old Hollywood structure. And that movie sort of represents that, Victor Mature being the sort of metaphor for old Hollywood. And it was a deconstruction, a little bit, a deconstruction of Hollywood, a deconstruction of the Monkees. But I'm very proud of the movie and the work that I did with it.
Your
And the
finest
soundtrack's
performance,
incredible.
The scene in the desert with the Coke machine. It's a hilarious little scene on its own. It's one of the best. You know? Listen, we've got a call from Philip. Philip,
good evening, Ian.
keep it brief because we're going to say goodbye to Mickey in a mix. He's got 2 shows tomorrow.
Yeah, I do.
I've got a couple of questions for you, Mickey.
Sure.
About 2 of your TV series that I enjoyed. My favourite, the cartoon series which you provided the voice, The Funky Phantom.
Oh, yeah, you remember that, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do they like to make when you do the voice for a cartoon series? You all get together, presumably.
Yes, usually you'll have the main characters. We sit around microphones, and there's a director, and there's a script, and you go through, you do the dialogue, and the dialogue is done first on a cartoon show, and then they edit the dialogue down to the show length, and then they send it to Korea, where there's a couple of hundred, I guess, little Korean people that sit there and animate it, I guess. You know.
Philip, thank you for that. We're going to move on very quickly. 2 very quick questions, and then I'll let you go, sir. One thing that I know the answer to this, but I've been doing phone-in radio for about 5 years, and there's a guy called Bob who keeps calling me up and is adamant that in the early 1980s you got shot near the River Thames. Is that true?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, by a pellet gun, by some scumbag little piece of crap gypsy person.
Really?
Yeah, it was not serious. I was on a bar, not on a bar. What do you call it?
The ferry?
No, one canal.
I know what you mean.
Not a barge, a canal boat.
They're barges, aren't they?
Yeah, they're called barges.
I think they're barges.
The canal trips you can take? We used to love to do that as a family, get the kids and get on one of those canal boats and go up the locks through the locks.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on the Thames, it was one of the places near London where you rent the canal boat.
Yeah.
And we had just taken off and going through some farmland, and I'll be damned, this schmuck, this little piece of... I'm sorry, I don't know if I can use... it really pissed me off.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sitting there guiding the thing, and my little daughter, who's like 12 at the time, is right next to me. Could have hit somebody in the eye. It hit me in the hand, a pellet from a pellet gun. Yeah. And I stopped, and I jumped off the boat, and I ran through the bushes and tried to find the little shit, and I filed a report with the police, and they said, it was a camp of gypsy tinkers or something, and nothing never happened. They never found the... But to this day, if I ever found that little... I would beat the... Sorry.
I'm so sorry to have brought that up, Mickey.
No, it's all right. I'm glad I got that out of my system. It's been years, and I still think if I ever found that... Well, I could have really hurt somebody. So, yes, that is absolutely true.
Bob Meyer, you have
and
my
if you're out there
apologies.
listening, if I ever find you, no, it's true. Yeah.
I thought that was
a pellet.
Story. I was adamant that this guy was talking out of his backside.
No.
Well, there you go. That's listen. There's so much. I wanted to talk to you about your solo '70s records as well. Things like Daybreak.
Well, let's come back.
Come back anytime. I want to talk
I
Daybreak,
can't.
Buddy Holly tribute.
I gotta
in the
get.
dungeon.
I would love to come back because
Listen.
I love to talk to somebody that actually knows what they're talking about. And I'm up late. I just got off stage, an hour ago, and so I can't go to sleep for a while. But I do have a matinee tomorrow. But I'm going to tell the publicist, Ian, I love doing your show, love hanging with you. We'll pick some good music to play.
Well, listen, I'm going to let you pick, sir. Pick any Monkees tune you want. Any tune. Don't pick the obvious ones. We've heard them a million times.
Whoa.
Any tune that you fancy. I've got them all on my iPod here. I think.
Really?
I've got most of them.
Boy, well, I tell you, the one that does come to mind then is one I mentioned, another Carole King tune. And it is from Head, and it's called As We Go Along. So if you can track that down.
It's easy.
You play them off that?
Well, normally we don't. No, we've got them all on the big computer, but I've got all of your...
And you can play that right now in the air?
Yes, it's plugged in, yeah.
It's amazing now, isn't it? Ian, it's just technology. You know, it's unbelievable how you can do that. It's just amazing.
It's all the records. Mickey, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Best
and
luck.
you, sir.
Hairspraythemusical.com is the website. Shaftesbury Theatre. We'll find a
Try
phone
to
number
come by and
do
see it if you can.
I'm coming down, definitely. Here's one of the most beautiful songs that you will never have heard unless you're a freak like me, As We Go Along from the Head soundtrack.
Written by Carole King.
Beautiful. Oh, go on. Are you talking to me or are you talking to them? Oh. Anytime. There we go. Go ahead.
And by the way, on guitar, it's Ry Cooder and Neil Young.
It doesn't get any better than that, Mickey. Thank you so much for coming in. It's a pleasure to meet you. In your face! Sorry, I got a little bit too excited there. That was the most exciting moment of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go home, sit in a hot bath, and top myself. No, I'm not at all. What? But wasn't he the nicest man in the world, Brian?
What a lovely, lovely man.
That's Mickey
Lovely
Dolenz.
gentleman.
I love him. I was so nervous.
Were you?
I've been not obsessed with him. I've been such a huge fan since I was 8, so that's 28 years.
Now he's not here. Who actually was your favourite monkey? Tell the truth.
Mike Nesmith. No, it was Dolenz, man. He was the best. He was oh man alive, and he came in and he was a lovely. You never know when you meet your heroes or you meet people that you like. You never know if they're going to be a dick or if they're going to be lovely or if they're going to be, just do the business and then go. And he was as charming, more charming than I could possibly have hoped. And I'm sorry, I hope you all enjoyed that, dear listener. It's hairspraythemusical.com. I'm going. Didn't give me any free tickets, though.
I know, I thought he would offer.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything and he left, but,
Little bit rude there. Right, OK, we can start the show proper. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Press button 1. Brian is here because Eloise is off in Morocco doing who knows what, buying some pots and pans and a bazaar. I hope she brings me back the curly slippers. I'm a big fan of the curly slippers.
Do you know what the curly slippers are for?
No, I don't.
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want me to just keep guessing?
No, tell me.
You want to know?
Come on, this isn't the breakfast show, for goodness sakes.
All right, if it's a breakfast show, we'd have to sort of string it out for about half an hour.
Yeah.
Yes. No, okay. What it is because it's from that era, not the Middle East, but it's Arabian.
Yeah.
Well, not Arabian, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Where they would have rugs. They wouldn't have carpets. They'd have rugs, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so instead
don't
of
get angry with me.
No, I'm just saying.
You're getting quite angry.
No, I'm not getting angry. I'm just getting animated excited about telling you where the curly slippers originate from. So, you'd be walking across your house. If you had a carpet, this wouldn't matter. But what happens with the rug? You come to the edge of the rug. What happens?
Well, you step on the rug.
I know, but say if you were shuffling along, or you're not very fleet-footed,
you'd slip.
You'd trip over the rug, your toe would dig into the rug, or your shoe would dig into it. With the curly slippers, that's not an option because you've got curly slippers. Do you see what I mean?
My in-laws they've just bought some very expensive rugs all throughout the house. I've never tripped over the rugs in the house.
Well, but but they were thick rugs, weren't they?
Yeah, that's true.
So you would often trip. So you'd glide over the rug.
We should make this a regular feature. Brian's facts about footwear. Maybe not.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
I should, of course, just point out that when Mickey was in, he did bandy the word gypsy around with the carefree attitude of an American who doesn't know that in this country it can be quite an offensive word. So if anybody was offended, I'm sure you weren't, because, you heard it in the context in which it came. But if anybody was offended, of course, you have our most sincerest of apologies. Right, 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. It's these two idiots. This is no way... It's the two biggest idiots. Let's rattle through them. Stephen Smith.
Yeah?
No, don't... Yes, Stephen, what can we do for you?
Right, I've got a topic for you.
Oh, I'm looking forward to hearing this. Go on.
Gangster names.
Oh, dear.
Gangster
Not my fault, it's my friend's fault.
Well, no, it's your fault, Stephen, because you're staying it. So, yes, it's your fault. OK, how is this going to be fun for the listener?
Well, they can make up gangster names, come in with anything they've got, and,
okay, so we have
just have a giggle about it. I mean, my gangster name, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy?
Yeah, that's me.
That's the campest gangster. If a gangster comes to me called Big Daddy, and he was like you, I would be laughing in his face. Big Daddy Shirley Crabtree. He's a fat bloke who used to do Daddy Splat. You won't remember that. You're too young.
Easy.
I'm getting old. I can't. That was what we considered entertainment back in the day, Steve Smith. A fat man getting 2,000 people to chant the word easy.
Didn't he accidentally kill somebody, Big Daddy?
Whoa! Now, hang on a second. Let's back away from the Ofcom. I don't think it was him.
No, it wasn't, was it?
No, that was me.
I'm the guy supposed to be telling you not to do the Ofcom stuff. God,
so
sorry.
I'll get us out of this one now, shall I?
Oh,
just to clarify, I don't think Big Daddy accidentally or intentionally killed anybody during his career. But one of those wrestlers did. You're right, one of those wrestlers did. We'll
look it up.
We'll Wikipedia it. That's always...
another thing to bring up.
Yeah, well, hang on. What would my gangster name be, Steve Smith?
I don't know, you think about it.
Oh, I don't know how it works. You just come up with it, do you?
I mean, think about it. If you were a gangster, what would you prefer to be called?
Well, I wouldn't want to be called Big Daddy.
Yeah, I won't blame you.
Okay, well, that's a bad...
I have a reason for being called that, though.
Okay, well, what's that?
I've got puppy flab, which won't go
You really make me very, very uncomfortable. So, I'm going to say goodbye.
No, got one more thing.
Okay.
How could you not like football?
Oh, go away. Football's rubbish. I've said this before. Football is I played football last year for the first time in about 22 years, and I quite enjoyed the act of playing it. It made me resentful towards my school, because school made me hate football by never choosing me to play football, by never encouraging me to play it, and by making it quite an elitist thing. So the school put me off it. But watching football, it really is just, it's a tedious thing to be watching, and I will have none of it. Right, we'll get the merchant out of the way, and then we'll start the show properly. The merchant!
Hello, down in the river,
Okay, there we go. That's geez, thank God we waited till Mickey had gone before we put those freaks on. I can never really start the show off. We've had a guest at the top of the show. It always makes.
Why don't you just pretend that you come straight off the back of Ben Jones?
Oh, okay, right, okay. So.
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
Thanks, Ben, for another excellent show. I really like the way you played those Kings of Leon's records. So, Eloise is still off. She's gone to... Now, is Morocco in Marrakesh, or is Marrakesh in Morocco?
Marrakesh is in Morocco.
Is it? So Morocco's the country?
Yes.
And Morocco's not that far. It's only like 3 hours away or something, isn't it?
Is it?
It's not far, because it sounds very exotic and very, like it's a 12-hour flight to get there.
It's not far from Spain.
Yeah, yeah. Which always, when you say it like that, it always makes you think, it's a bit naff then. It's not as mysterious. Where's Casablanca?
Morocco.
That's in Morocco.
Rabat as well. Agadir, all of them.
You're just saying letters to me now. I have literally no idea what these things mean. So she's not here. So Brian is filling in, and that's good to know. Oh, by the way, you're going to be getting a letter from Serena.
Why? What have I done?
Well, she phoned up Ben Jones. He told me this. I wasn't supposed to tell you, but I like you, so I'm not going to be part of his horrible gang. She phoned up Ben Jones and wanted to speak to you, and he suggested that she write you a letter. So
why? What have I done?
She wants to make love to... I don't know why, but you may have a fan. You may have a little fan.
Oh, really?
You've been on telly. You were on the show with Christian, weren't you, on the telly?
The Christian O'Connell Sunday service.
Yes, you were on that, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean...
My friend James Ditchfield says hello. Does that name...
Which one was he? Does he have glasses?
He was the director.
The director?
Yeah, well, I guess he was the director.
He used to shout at people quite a lot.
Quite a camp man.
That's the guy, yeah.
I love James, and he always texts me, and he said, "Oh, you got say hello to Brian for me." He doesn't do it in
I
that
used to
voice.
just stand with a what are those things called that caretakers wear, like a brown jacket.
Well, brown jackets.
And have to just stand in front of things that were given away as prizes.
Yeah.
That was
basically
what I did.
I'll be honest, I never saw it, but then, you know, most people have never seen my programmes as well.
Yeah.
We both share that. But so you must have had, even being on TV in the slightest bit, that gets you a bit of attention from the lunatics. You must have come across that.
Not really, you know, because I was like a sidekick, so it's good when you're a sidekick.
Yeah.
You get to go and hang out in all the cool places, but you don't... Christian tended to be the one that drew them like a magnet.
Yeah. He must... doing breakfast... I like Christian. He's a nice lad. He can talk for England, though.
He can.
Get stuck in a room with him for an hour. Boy, yeah. But he must get just fruitcakes.
Not as many as you'd think.
Really?
Yeah.
I did MasterChef with Christian O'Connell.
Did you win?
No, not MasterChef. What am I talking about? I'm making myself sound all posh. Ready, steady, cook.
Ready, steady, cook.
Yeah, I did beat him. That will teach him. Let's go to line 2. You're on the wireless.
Oh, hiya.
Hello.
What are we talking about tonight?
Well, that's a good point. Okay, well, let's this is what we're talking about. We mentioned this briefly last night. I'm asking, have you ever put a singer off or an actor while they're in mid-song or doing a play or filming a scene in the street or anything like that? Because we had a caller last night who had. I don't remember the story, so we'll brush over it. But I mentioned I put Prince off. I also put Neil Diamond off. I got invited to go to, you know those audience with... I get invited to all of them, and I never go, but we got invited to an audience with Neil Diamond, and I love Neil Diamond. So we went, me and my missus went. We're in the 3rd row. Diamond is closer than you are, Brian.
He gets up in the rows, doesn't he? That's his thing. He goes up and sings to, like, middle-aged women.
He does that, but he was really close, and he's singing Cracklin' Rosie. And suddenly I became my dad, right? And so I'm going, yeah, Cracklin' Rosie, get on board! But I'm doing it a little bit too loud, and he's so close he can hear me. And so he's singing, and he sort of looks at me and gives me a look as if to say, shut up, I'm singing this, you're putting me off. And I was, actually sat back down in my seat. So that's it. Have you ever put off a singer or an actor?
No, I haven't actually. But I did see a clip of you doing that to Vernon Kay.
Oh, I Pradeeped Vernon Kay, yes.
That was excellent. You fancy quick Pradeep now?
Oh, should we have a Pradeep?
Yeah.
Okay, but Brian, the rules of Pradeep are very, very simple.
What's that then?
We see who can say the word Pradeep for the longest.
Oh, interesting.
It's as simple as that. What's your name, my friend?
It's Pete.
I've never been beaten, by the way. I've never been beaten.
Really?
Brian, if you could count us in, so it's going to be 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Pick your face, loser!
That's remarkable. Well done.
I'm having trouble with the saliva now. It's not the breath, it's the saliva. Anyway, here's Mumford & Sons.
Deny my dear, deny my dear.
Got some sad news about Vinny's campaign to get back on Facebook. We'll have more of that after 12 o'clock. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Press button 1. You'll speak to Brian. If he likes the sound of you, then you'll get on the show. Let's just say the phones are a little bit quiet, so the odds of you getting on the show tonight, very, very high. Very high indeed. That's why we've let Mickey the cabbie on. Good evening, Mickey.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
Oh, man, I can die happy now. I can die happy. I've done it. I've achieved the dream. I'm happy. I'm going home.
Hello?
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 Yes?
Sorry. Oh, you're very dim tonight, Ian.
Thin?
Dim? No, the sound is very,
What, coming through the radio?
Yeah, no, I'm not, you're on my phone now, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. You're saying tonight, so I'm assuming, are you referring to the phone call or the radio?
The phone call, not the radio.
I couldn't care less, Mickey.
Fair enough.
Literally
Brian's a very nice chap, isn't he?
Well, yeah, he is a very nice chap.
Yeah, very nice chap. So you're a happy man over Michael Delenz now, are you?
Oh, jeez. It was everything I hoped it could be and a little bit more. Wonderful.
How was your nerves?
Well, you know, listen, very rarely do I get nervous meeting famous people. The only people I've been very nervous about meeting was Gene Simmons from Kiss. I got incredibly nervous about. Brian Wilson. I couldn't sleep for 2 nights when I knew I was meeting Brian Wilson. And Mickey Dolenz. And that's it. And I was... all day I've been, like, tidying the flat, pacing around, and my wife said, what is wrong with you? And it dawned on me about 6 o'clock this evening. No, it dawned on me at 5 minutes to 9, just before I was supposed to leave the flat to get the bus, when I was cleaning the lights on the ceiling, that I was a bit nervous about tonight.
Oh, bless. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Nice. How's his hairline looking nowadays?
Oh well, come on, you know, I'm not prepared to divulge such.
Well, no, but as a fellow person who's follically challenged myself,
well,
I'm just interested in that side.
I do feel I do have to eat humble pie though. That Bob Mayer, who has been bugging me for 5 years without Mickey Dolenz got shot story, and I've been denying it and poo-pooing it. It turns out it's true.
Oh, there you go. You live and learn, don't you?
You live and you learn.
Anyway, I must go, Ian. I must go.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, well, that's it, mate. Yeah.
All right, up yours.
Oh, I'll be yours too.
Thank you very much.
999. Ian Lee's 2-hour late-night radio show starting at 11 every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday.
I'm not ready, hang on. Now I'm ready. Very quiet on the phones this evening. I don't know, is there something on telly tonight? Is there like a football match or, on the Brits? Maybe everyone's just watching the Brits on their Sky Plus. I saw a clip of that, Cheryl Cole's. Oh dear. Do you think they were, when they were playing, the words that she was hearing was delayed to the words that everyone else was hearing? That maybe she had an earpiece that was like a second out or something, because it was not good, was it? And I saw that Liam Gallagher thing. What was he thinking? You're not rock and roll. You're about 62. Did you see that Liam Gallagher thing?
I did, actually. It looked like a 10-year-old just sort of waddling around. All right, mate, how's it going?
Oh, it was embarrassing.
It was cool in 94.
I've never got Oasis, and I've tried to get Oasis. I've listened to them, because it would be good to like them. You know, an exciting, edgy rock band, but I just always thought they were a little bit silly, but that was just, ridiculous. Anyway, Gatford's on the line. Good evening, Gatford.
If you want a good Oasis album...
Yeah.
Standing on the Shoulder of Giants.
That's one of their worst, isn't it?
No, well, yeah, it's one of the ones that didn't do... It actually got the better written songs on it.
Well, I'm not going to listen to it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
It's
a quiet night, Gatford, tonight. Quiet night.
Is that why I got through?
That's why you got through so quickly, yes. It's a little bit quiet on the phones. I don't know. I mean, I know I've not put much business out, but I've
could be it.
Well, I've kind of stopped putting the business out because people don't go for the business. But maybe I need to put the business out so that people don't go for the business but call in anyway. Where's my list of business? Here's my business.
I see the reverse logic, kind of.
I'm going to put some business out and see if it gets people to go for the business. Not go. So,
do you want to hum in the background of it or something?
No. We've done this. Have you ever put a singer off, or an actor off, or a comedian off? I know that's what you called in for. Shut up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the other thing I've got, and I wrote this down, and it made sense when I wrote it down, but I can't think what it means. People who love... Oh, no, I know exactly what it means. People who love trains or other forms of transport are idiots. I'll tell you why. I was watching Cash in the Attic the other day, and the couple... You know, the premise of Cash in the Attic, very, very simple. People sell their family's memories so they can get a few £100 to go and get a scabby nail thing done in the high street, or a tanning, or whatever. Now, this couple wanted to sell their family's memories so that they could go for a ride on a steam train. And apparently they needed £600 to go on a steam train. And they were like a normal couple.
I saw them coming.
But they were obsessed with steam trains. Oh, so they had all this steam train memorabilia. They had signs from railway stations. They had like little peaked caps and whistles. They had a Hornby rail set. What's the point of that? They were in their 50s. Brian,
you know,
you don't need to raise your hand.
No, do you know, it's polite. I don't want to butt in. It's not the Brian Murphy show. It's the Ian Lee show.
I wish you would have a word with that lady who works on this show, because she just opens
She butts in, does she?
Oh,
oh my good lord. No, you know the Breakfast Show producer Richie, tubby fella. Do you not know him?
I don't know him. No.
Have you heard of him?
No.
Oh, right, he's like Christian's new psychic, sort of what I used to be, but...
You were better.
Not bitter. Not bitter.
That's why I don't know who he is. I switched off.
No, he is a massive train buff.
Oh,
we went away for a week. We did a week of shows from a boat, and I had to share a room with Richie.
Yeah.
And he is a massive train buff. He reads a magazine called, I think it's called Rail Weekly or something.
No.
Yeah.
But
and
why?
it is actually quite interesting.
Oh, come on.
No, because he started talking to me about how interesting it is, and if you're a hobbyist, you know...
But what's interesting about it?
He's got the, what's it called? He's got the train simulator.
What do you mean, the train simulator?
What? On his computer, you can drive a train around.
I didn't find that on Xbox Live.
No, they've not released that, have they?
No.
I did have a game on my BBC Micro once called Southern Belle, where you had to drive a train, but it was very dull. But I don't... But what is it? It's a phallic thing, isn't it? It's a penis substitute, isn't it?
I think it's just the...
And the tunnels are the tuppence.
Men just like, you know, big bits of machinery, don't they?
But why, though? I don't understand it, because I've never been into cars, I've never been into trains. I used to have a friend, Mark Dunstall, who was a lovely... This is like when I was about 9 or 10. He was a lovely guy, and we used to go and, like, mess around and play stuff. But then sometimes he'd come around my house and he'd have a notepad and binoculars. I think, oh, man, we're going to look at aeroplanes for an hour. Oh, jeez, it was so boring. I don't get... What's exciting about it?
He had a sign from, Richie, he had a sign from Poole Station. But it wasn't like a classic sign from the 50s, it was like the one like Network Southeast from the 80s or something.
You just steal it as they change the signage.
Here's a terrifying thought, he said, ignoring Gatford for being dull. Here's a terrifying thought. If Back to the Future was made today and was set in today, then he would go back to 1980. To stop his mum copping off with him. No, what I'm saying is if, you know, like whatever year back to the...
Those terrorists, yeah?
Why have I explained that to a point... Gatford, did you just get what I was saying?
No.
OK, let's try again. If they made Back to the Future today in 2010...
Gotcha.
And he went in the DeLorean with...
But Michael J. Fox can't do it anymore.
Well, no, he can't, but there could be we'll get another young actor. Although Michael J. Fox still acts from time to time.
Yeah.
So if he went in the car with Christopher Lloyd...
Yeah.
He would go back to 1980. What am I saying that you're not getting here? This is easy.
Who would go back to 1980? Oh, Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And he
would go back to 1980?
Yes.
But he wouldn't then be in high school in the 50s.
No, but he wouldn't be in the 50s.
Oh, I see, right. Is that the same distance of time between 1988 and...
Yes, that's the same distance of time from the...
It's a mathematical thing you're talking about. That's what the show's been missing.
Never liked Doc Brown.
Oh, did you not?
Really? Do you know what? I mean, who hangs around, like, if you're a teenager, who hangs around with, you know, a 50-something man going, yeah, I'll come to my garage?
Well...
You just ruined Back to the Future thing now.
I'll take you back in time. As soon as you phone, you get that phone call. It's going to be from a lunatic. It's withheld. Well, I thought that was an interesting fact. Gatford, you have something to add to the show this evening, do you?
Yes, you mentioned the business, the topic of how
you put Jack D off during a TV taping once, did you?
I did put Jack D off. Thanks for coming to the chase of the story. After you...
I might start doing that. Do you know what? OK, this is what we're going to do. On Monday's show, I'm going to get Eloise to type up what everyone is going to talk about, and I will do it for them. That's how what we're going to do on Monday's show.
Well, the irony is I gave away something for him. Just after he'd been in Big Brother, he did like a television series for the BBC. I can't remember what it was. I think it was just kind of him doing clips and bits.
Oh, yeah.
And went to a TV taping, and in between the filming, he was quite sort of jokey with the audience. You know, he'd pick up a microphone and just do his own kind of like warm up, and stuff. And so it was quite hard to work out when he was filming and when he wasn't.
Yeah.
So
no.
Corner of my eye, I noticed Jonathan Ross in the wings.
Yeah.
So I pointed to the person next to me. Oh, look, there's Jonathan Ross.
Yeah.
Not realising that that's the point where Jack D was trying to get the audience to guess who his special secret guest was.
Oh.
And I just ruined it.
But he wasn't hidden that well if he was in the wings.
Well, I was kind of on the edge, so only really me and about 2 other people could see him, because I was on the far side.
So did Jack D have a go at you?
He kind of did, but you can't really tell with Jack, because he was quite... And he did kind of... He kind of made it part of the show.
He's calling him Jack! Oh!
He made it part of the show, because when he brought him out, he went, now my oh-so-special secret guest, everybody.
Oh, so you're one of those hecklers who thinks you've made the show funnier. Oh, yeah, we know you guys. What are our views on Jonathan Ross at the Brits? Brian?
I missed it. What did he do?
He dressed up like a teenager. Did you not see it, Gatford?
I saw the Twitter stuff where he posted a picture, but I didn't see the Brit.
I thought it was funny.
With it.
He got bad
dressed
press.
up as...
He dressed up like an idiot, basically, like a sort of like a teenage
that how he always
rapper.
dresses,
Well,
though?
yeah, like a teenage rapper with the jeans with the writing on and the cap, and you know,
Right.
like, he's like a 50-year-old man, and he dressed up like
Did
a
he come on and
15-year-old.
go Barack or something like that?
He did all that, you know, that kind of rap talk that I can't do, but I'm doing the hair movement, and he kind of.
I think G-Man was here now; he could do it.
Yeah,
Did he pull it off?
No, it was silly, but it was meant to be silly and funny and a bit embarrassing. I thought it was quite. I thought it was
Fair
quite
play to him. I like Jonathan Ross.
I really feel that the show in the last 45 minutes has just died a death. Can we just play like a really long album and
I think it's going fine.
It's just the momentum. I think I'm spent after Dolenz coming in.
I know what will help.
Go on.
Cut me off and that'll help.
Cut you off and play a Fleetwood Mac song?
Yeah.
Up yours. Oh, I'm feeling better already. 0330 123 1215. We'll get there. Don't worry, dear listener. Stick with us. Thank you.
Are you ever gonna finish? Yeah, I've got a fantastic racist joke.
Now I'm starting to wake up. Now we're getting there. At 12:15. I always find it hard when we've had a guest at the start of the show because that's not then to kind of pick up the momentum and talk to idiots. I always find it a little bit hard work, but we're getting there. Speaking of idiots, it's Rob in Ponders End.
Hello.
Hello, Rob.
How are you, mate?
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
Sort of getting on in life.
Yeah, it's all we can do. It's all we can do, isn't it, Rob?
Isn't it?
I tell you what.
We must progress.
Get line one, Brian, because I want to talk to him. I've got questions for him. But I tell you what, Rob.
What?
Let's look on the positive, shall we? Tell me two good things that happened to you today.
Two good things happened to you today.
Two good things that happened to you today. Let's celebrate the positive, shall we?
Well, I had a couple of vodkas. That was pretty good.
Okay, so the two good things were two vodkas. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
What can I do for you, Rob?
Yeah, no, basically, I wanted to reiterate
that you levitated in a police station.
No, forget that.
Okay, that some ants
I wanted
fell
to
out
talk
of
to
the
you
sky.
about the USAF.
The USAF. Turn your radio off, you muppet.
What?
Turn your radio off. You know the rules.
No, yeah, United States Air Force, yeah.
Yeah, go on, tell us about the truth about them.
Well, they've got something up at Roswell.
Oh, no. Guess what, Rob?
What?
They haven't got anything up at Roswell. Get this. A spaceship did not crash in the Nevada desert. The American Air Force did not capture it, and a still half-live alien who they've managed to keep alive for the last 65 years on a life support machine, and they're working out the anti-gravity electromagnetic technology that flies the spacecraft. That did not, does not, will not happen. Next.
Okay, yeah, so what have you heard about an alien or something?
I've heard all about Roswell, and it's all utter bobbins.
You think?
I know.
Do you think that anything supernatural could ever happen?
No.
You don't?
No.
So, if I was to say that, like, I've experienced a number of supernatural sort of things.
I would think that you had imagined it, yeah.
Imagined it?
Yeah.
Just made up?
Made up. Well, made up, yeah. I was being polite, but yes, made up.
Just totally made the whole thing up?
Yes.
Right.
Well, thanks for calling.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Now, yesterday... Sorry, Brian, I'm just sorry to apologise. They heard me clear my throat, they might as well hear you. Yesterday we had a young chap called Rahul Bahudaba, call us up. And Rahul is on the line again. Good evening, Rahul.
Good evening, Ian. Hi.
Good evening.
Now, I just want to start off on a fresh page with you.
Please do. Please do.
I'm a great admirer of your work.
I know you are.
If yesterday came across, in any sort of a bad way, I apologise, and I'd like to start afresh with you.
Please do, please do.
Well, I was meant to be doing some publicity work, but I've been very ill, namely eczema and dirt in my left eye.
Yes.
So one of my PAs has set up, Facebook accounts and stuff, and already I've got 5 friends.
That's you on Facebook, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the reason I called in, it wasn't... I mean, I don't want to mention stuff about myself, because this isn't a Rahul-centric show, this is Iain Lee's show.
Yeah, can I mention some stuff about you?
If you want to.
Okay. So, you're not Render?
I don't know who Render is, no.
No, okay. You're not James?
No, I'm not that either, no.
Okay. So you can't sing Michael Jackson for me?
Well, that was actually what I was calling you up about.
Okay, so you can sing some Michael Jackson for me, can you?
I could always do that, if, legalities and intellectual property laws don't preclude me from doing that.
The legalities and intellectual property laws do not preclude you from doing that, no.
Okay, well, I could give you a blast in a bit, but...
I'd like to hear it now.
Morning, beauty queen, that I moved to think. I still never put to your mean eyes. I'm a slightly more somber one.
It's good to talk to you, brother.
Sorry?
It's good to talk to you, man.
It is.
It took a while. It took a while to get there, but I'm getting older. But it's good to talk to you. Welcome, welcome, Rahul.
If I could just say this, that
yes.
I called up. It's in relevance to disturbing an important performer.
Yes.
Now, when Michael Jackson was at the O2,
yes, of course.
And my PA's just updated my Facebook page with the pictures.
Yes.
It was me who made him do that little dance.
Wow.
I waited for 6 hours.
Yeah.
I almost, had a little accident. And when he came on stage, it was me who went, "This is it." Me and a few others, "This is it." And even though, even though we, we could have been friends, that never happened. But it was me who did that, which led him to go, "This is it. This is it."
Fantastic. But that's not really disturbing a performer, is it? That's encouraging a performer, which isn't. That's not the thread that we're following this evening.
Well, no, but then again, who else can do this? Just relax. It won't hurt you. Oh, give me all, guys, give me all.
What's your Facebook page, Rahul?
It's Rahul Bahubada. I added you. I sent you a personalised message regarding my new autobiography, Who Can Rahul the World?
You did. Thank you for that. Yes.
That's okay. I was meant to be doing the book signings today at Bristol, but the dirt in my left eye precluded me from doing that.
Preclude you from doing that. Well, Rahul, listen, it's lovely to talk to you. You're a friend of the show.
God bless you.
Please, why don't you go onto the Facebook, facebook.com/Iain Lee Show and put the link to your page so that everyone can come and add you.
Okay, God bless you, Ian, and thank you.
God bless you, Rahul. Good to speak to you again soon.
Thank you.
Ta-ta. Utter fruitcake.
Right, keep this all in your mind and get inside my window.
Sorry, I muffed up the faders at the start of that song. You may have had a few moments of silence, which to many people would be an improvement on Kasabian, but not to me! God damn it, not to me. All we need to do now is get Lindsay Buckingham from the Fleetwood Mac, and I can literally go and kill myself and die happy and have achieved all of my dreams.
Which one was Lindsay Buckingham?
He was...
sorry. What was a she?
He's thinking of Stevie Nicks. Who's he? That's a lady.
She was a... Right, so Stevie was a man, and Lindsay was a...
The other way around.
Stevie was a lady.
Yes, what a lady.
And...
What a lady.
And...
Yes,
Lindsay...
Yes.
Was a woman. What was Mick?
The drummer.
The drummer, okay.
Yeah, so that's all we need to do, and then we can go home and just pleasure myself until I die. Tony, is it Tony?
Oh, hey, the lads, man, how we doing?
First time caller?
Aye. Well, I called a while ago, but I've opened a car wash, Ian. Can I get a plug?
You've opened a car where?
A car wash.
A car wash? Oh, it's
Tony from the Toon,
Tony
man.
from the Toon. Yes, you have called before, haven't you? It's always
Aye,
lovely
man.
always lovely to hear the regions on the show.
Aye, pet.
Yes. So
Anyway.
you've opened a car. We don't really allow plugs on the show, Tony, because if
We're near Angel at North.
Okay, if we let you do it, then we'll have to let everyone plug.
And we're called Away the Dirt. We're just down the road.
Okay. It's not the best punning title, is it? You could have come up with something a little bit,
My Uncle Gino wants to sue you anyway. He says you ripped him off, man.
Why is that?
Well, he said you've got this competition, Shoe in a Box.
Oh, yes. No, it's Shoe in Box, and thank you for reminding me. Yes, Shoe in Box. We go to the... listen, let me set this up.
Look it, man.
Thank you. absoluteradio.co.uk/Iain Lee. Eloise and I have hidden a shoe in box somewhere in the country. It's in London. And you have got 30 days to find it. If you find it, you have to claim Shoe in Box, and you can win 30 pence in cold hard cash. We'll be giving out some more clues next week when I can think of the clues as to where the location is. You've got 30 days to find it. So what's Gino's problem with that?
Well, what his man is, he bought a dodgy corgi certificate in the pub, but it was dodgy.
Yeah.
So whereas you have got, like, Shoe in Box, in order to get the man back that sold him it, he's done a
He's got... what? I'm confused. I'm getting literally every fifth word. Are you still...
He did a chat in the box.
Okay, we got... Okay,
You ripped him off, man. The lawyers are coming.
I don't quite know what I'm laughing at, because I didn't really understand what he just said. Well, I look forward to hearing from his lawyers.
Away the land. Away the dirt, near the Angel of North, pet.
Thank you, Tony. I don't know what just happened there.
Gino is his uncle. That much I got.
It involves a poo in a box. Is that...
His uncle wants to sue you.
Right.
Because somebody did a poo in a box. That's what I garnered from that conversation.
I've never done a poo in a box. I find poo it's the most repulsive... most sexual kicks and kinks I can get, but that... People do, though, don't they?
What, in the box?
Well, anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
I did it in a field once, but only because I had to. There was nothing...
I couldn't even do that. When I go away, not so much now, but when I go away, I don't poo for, like, the first 4 days.
That often happens. I often wonder whether it's A, the flight, or B, the food. I think it's the coffee.
It could be that. It is. I think it's the food. I think it's that your body's out of sync a little bit, but... When we stayed in Japan, we stayed in Tokyo in this tiny, tiny hotel room where only one of us could move at a time, me and my wife. Only one of us could move at a time. And the bathroom was right... And I couldn't go to the toilet because I'm very embarrassed about the noise of my bowel movements. They're not excessively...
Could you not have gone for a walk, or...?
Well, no, I do. When I go in the flat, I have to make sure that she's got the TV on loud and the living room door and the bathroom door are firmly shut, so there's no...
Really?
I don't like talking about poo. I find it quite unpleasant. But I will just say this one thing, then we'll move on and not mention it anymore. The best thing about when you go to the toilet in other parts of the world is I don't know if it's the food or if it's the water level in the toilet, but it's long.
Really?
Really long. Yeah. You never had that? No. There was a toilet on a Greek island that I broke with...
Oh, Greek island. You can't put the toilet roll down the toilet, can you? It's horrible.
What is that all about, man?
Small pipes.
The water pressure. There's not got strong enough water pressure.
Small pipes.
Yeah, so what? I couldn't care less. You have a little bin. A little bin you got to do it in. You poo in the bin, yeah?
You put the toilet roll in the bin from the poo.
Oh.
Were you pooing in the bin?
I've made a terrible mistake. Yes. Scott's in Ealing. Good evening, Scott.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
It's just dawned on me I'm actually very, very, very hungry.
Eat something then.
I ain't got nothing to do it, otherwise I'd do that. And also, I'm not on a diet by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier. I'm trying to cut bread and chocolates and sweeties out of my diet. I had 2 chocolate biscuits today and I felt guilty. Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to...
But that's rubbish.
What's rubbish?
Well, yeah, you can eat healthily and still eat bunch like that.
Oh yeah, no, you can, but I just, I'm just experimenting with. Anyway, let's not dwell on my hang-ups. What have you got for us, Scott?
Well, quick one. Really peeved off that I missed the interview. Everyone's saying it was amazing.
Download the podcast. For two reasons, download the podcast. One, because the interview with Mickey Dolenz is wonderful. He's a gentleman. And two, because we've got a new way of doing the intros and the outros to the podcast, both the long and the short, in that I go on Facebook, say I'm recording them, and ask people to phone in. It's like a sweary, less controlled version of Triple M. It's good fun. It's well worth listening to.
No, sounds good. Well, I'll download that and I'll listen to the interview.
Good lad, well done.
But okay, I have a thing about putting a singer off.
Yeah, go on.
To an extent, albeit he kind of put me off more than anything else.
Okay.
Do you remember TFI Friday?
I do remember TFI Friday, yes, the television show with Chris Evans, yes.
Chris Evans, yeah. I was in the audience.
Yeah.
And there's actually only about 40 people there. They just make you run around and make you look like there's lots of people there.
Okay.
And anyway, I ended up
yes.
split up from my mates.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And stuck in front of Jim Kerr.
Oh, yeah, the singer from Simple Minds, yes, of course.
Yeah, he was about to sing.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by all these mental Jim Kerr female fans.
Yeah.
Going, Jim
Kerr, we love you, Jim Kerr, Jim Kerr, yes.
And I'm stuck in the middle, I'm just going, Jesus, so I need to drop the F-bomb there. I'm just going, Jesus Christ, blah, blah. And I'm just going, yeah, Jim. And I'm, the 6'1" bloke in the middle of a load of short-ass girls.
Get to the fun part of the story, because...
Okay, fun part of the story.
Yeah.
He then starts singing their latest song.
Yeah.
This is about 12 years ago now.
Okay.
And I'm there going, Jim.
Okay, you keep repeating that bit. This story could have finished 30 seconds ago. We didn't need to know it was 12 years ago. We know when TFI Friday was on. We know that there are people shouting, Jim. Get to it, Scott!
Okay, the point is, I then put my hand up as all the other girls are doing. And Jim grabs my hand and won't let go. And then spends the whole song singing to me.
Thank you.
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Okay, well, the show's coming to an end. Mark Crosley's on at 1 o'clock, which is always very exciting. But looky here. It's Liam Gallagher.
Shine, etc.
Yeah, etc. Yes. Hello, Liam.
Hello. Now then, I've got a couple of problems with you, our Liam, our Iain, our kid.
Okay.
I'm
sorry about that. Yes. What have you got?
Bonehead.
Yes.
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 Firstly,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Right. Shane.
Right. Yes.
You're right.
Right. I'm all right. Yeah, you're right, kid.
I'm all right, our kid.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not. Cause I'm going to tell you now.
Okay, I'm looking forward to this.
Firstly.
Yes.
Jim Kerr. Don't like his name being mentioned. Because our Patsy...
I apologise, of course, yes. I apologise for that. Sorry about that, sir, yes.
Yeah, it's okay apologising, but you let him on talking about Jim Kerr.
Yeah, okay, well, let's forget that Jim Kerr has ever been mentioned.
I wish I could.
Okay.
But, okay, so next...
Hang on, is this Frank Sidebottom? Is it?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry, okay.
Liam.
Okay, Liam, sorry, Liam.
Anyway...
Little Frank. Oh, it's Little Frank. Oh,
no.
blimey. Oh, yeah, bobbins.
I'm a big lad. I'm a big lad.
Okay.
I'm a big lad.
Yes.
Walk like a monkey.
Yes.
Knuckles dragging.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Secondly, Rob, talking about Roswell.
Yes.
That's where Arnold came from. And I am the spawn of Arnold, because they kept Arnold alive, because he's older than me.
Yes.
Because I'm only a young lad.
Right.
And I am the spawn of Arnold, and the CIA, FBI, Dreamland, all that malarkey.
Yes, Dreamland.
I came from... What?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, blimey, it's Little Frank.
No.
No.
Shine.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, right. And also...
What? Yes?
You call me a teenager. Yeah. I am a teenager.
Trapped inside the body of a 45-year-old man?
No. I'm in good shape.
No.
No, the way I walk is not bad hips. It's cool.
It's cool.
Cool.
Okay, well...
No, you said it wrong. It's cool.
Cool. That's Lloyd Grossman.
That's it. He's my dad.
Yeah. Well, thanks for calling, Liam.
No, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, do call again, won't you?
Shine.
There we go. Sit down. It's Verinda, a.k.a. Vinny, a.k.a. he's been kicked off Facebook.
send it to another man. Oh, man, Vinny, Facebook man. Oh, man, Vinny, Facebook man. Don't you be a Vinny, Facebook man. Oh, man, Vinny, Facebook man.
Vinny!
Woo.
Ooh, yeah. A little bit downbeat this evening. But listen, I have the latest update on your situation on Facebook.
Yeah.
I have been receiving messages from someone who I think is possibly number 4, possibly number 3, possibly number 2 in the hierarchy of Facebook here in the United Kingdom. Very, very powerful man. Very powerful man. Not powerful enough to give you your Facebook account back. He has told me it's very, very unlikely that you will. I don't know what did you do, Vinny, that was so bad? Because murderers get Facebook accounts. Well, how come what did you do?
I just said porn.
You just sent porn. Who to? To Rob Bonet?
Yeah.
How come he's not been banned?
Because I'm the one who said it.
I'm going to start a campaign to get Rob Bonet banned from Facebook. It takes 2 to tango.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
think
not.
I sent you it as well.
What did you say? Oh, you sent me a picture of some breasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Well, now I remember. I reported you. It all makes sense. Well, listen. That's why everyone must go and join the Unban Vinny Facebook page, which is somewhere on Facebook. I can't remember where, but if you type in Unban Vinny, or it'll come up. We must get over the 300 members that we've got so far, and then we can present Facebook with this strong petition and get Vinny back where he deserves, swearing on the internet. Not swearing. You would, if you went back on there, you wouldn't swear, would you, Vinny?
No.
Excellent. Good lad. Well done. Well done. Anyway, what do you want?
Guess what's coming back on? TV.
TV. I thought you were going to say on your body. I was going to say eczema. What's coming back on TV? World's Strongest Man.
Nah.
Monkey Magic.
Nah.
V.
Nah.
V is coming back though.
I don't know.
No, it is though.
Oh, okay. Shall I tell you?
So we got it right. It was V.
Yeah, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, but I'm telling you. You asked me, guess what's coming back on TV? And Brian, thanks to Brian's hand salute, we managed to tell you it's V. So we told you.
Okay. What else is coming back?
Oh, you can't then do that. You can't then come back with a double-handed question, Vinny. We got the answer right. What's our prize? What do we win?
Don't worry. A T-shirt or something.
You said it now. We better get a T-shirt.
Okay. Yeah, all right then. I'll give you one of my unwashed ones.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Vinny. Thanks very much. Was there anything else?
Yeah, it's Sliders.
Is Sliders coming back?
Nah, I just made one.
You're an idiot, Vinny. You're an idiot, and I'm not going to help you get back on Facebook. Now get lost.
Anyway, I've got a feature.
So hang on, you phoned up with one of my favourite TV shows, suggesting it was coming back, but then it's not, and that's the joke, is it? That Vinny Durham Towers, that counts as hilarity, does it? You're going to go and sit in your bed, strip down to your pants, pleasure yourself, and imagine how disappointed I am now. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Go on, what feature have you got, you muppet?
Do you remember the answer phone messages?
Yeah.
Well, and you got rid of it.
Yeah. This is where people used to phone up the number in the week and leave a message on the answer phone, and we play the best ones on the Sunday night, yes.
Yeah, but why don't you do Vinny's answer phone messages?
Why should we? Okay, there's something in this. Why should we do Vinny's answer phone messages?
Yeah, basically, people can send me stuff instead of you.
Okay.
Or do it on your show.
Oh, okay, but so how would that work, Vinny?
Yeah, so let's call it Vinny's answer.
We got that bit, yeah. I didn't ask for the title. I asked how would it work.
And if people want to ask me advice or send me some abuse or whatever.
Okay, well, shall we see if anyone wants to ask you advice now?
Yeah.
Okay, line 2. Do you want to ask Vinny any advice?
Hello?
Hello, yes. Would you like to ask Vinny for any advice?
Yeah, can I ask him if he remembers Ed Linger and Joe Shalom at the bus stop?
Yeah.
Oh, these are the people who shouted at you and you got nervous and ran off.
I was about to say, look, well, so what are we doing? What are we talking about in just a second, Vinny?
Oh, go away. Let's talk to line 3.
Line 3, you're through to Vinny.
Oh, hi. I don't actually want to talk to Vinny, but okay.
Forward line 4 then. Line 4.
Hello? Yeah, has Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds done your nut right in? Have you been for stem cell research? And do you like breast or bone?
What do you think about stem cell research? Did you just ask me?
Have you got a stem cell?
Yes.
Are you pretty sure about that?
Yeah, do you put, like, breast or bone?
Yeah, you like it on the bone?
Yeah. Alright, can I speak to you? Line 10.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, Vinny. Ready salted or Worcester sauce crisps?
What?
Ready salted or Worcester sauce crisp?
Ready salted.
Good man, thank you.
Yeah, line 1. I mean, if you get useless callers like this, no wonder your show's going down.
Hello?
Yeah.
I've got a challenge for you.
I don't really care.
But it's because you can't do it.
Alright then, go away then.
Alright, tell you what, this is what you got to do.
Okay.
Right, see your right leg, yeah?
Yeah.
Turn your foot clockwise.
Uh-huh.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And then turn your arm anti-clockwise and see if you can do it for a long time.
Okay.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
I'll just turn it. Line 15. Forward line. Yeah.
Oh, I'm through.
Yeah.
Is this Vinny?
Yeah.
Alright, Vinny, I got some really good advice because I've been banned from Facebook too.
Yeah, did you
I banned because I added a load of girls and they banned me. But basically, what you need to do is they usually send you a message when you get banned, right?
Yeah.
Send the message back and be like, this is just a mistake, my name was wrong. Just lie to them, basically, and trick them. And then they unban me. And it was all sweet after that.
Alright then. Cheers. Thank you. Is line 8.
Vinny?
Yeah?
I've got a challenge for you. Hang up.
No. Line 9.
Hello, Vinny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ed from the bus stop.
What?
Yeah, and I'm with Joe as well, and then Will. And Will's over there as well. He was the other one who saw you at the bus stop, but then he just came on and swore at you because he's a bit of an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how are you? Been spotted since we saw you?
Yeah, I'm good.
What?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm alright. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah. Have you been spotted since you got saw at the bus stop?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Have you been to Wanstead since?
Yeah.
You have,
Yeah, I was there just about a couple of hours ago. I'm there every, 7 o'clock.
May I wash my winky in your kitchen sinky?
What? Can you repeat that? Are you trying to seduce me? Hello? Okay, line 1.
Vinny!
Yeah.
Hey, Vinny, it's Steve Smith.
Alright.
Yeah, you?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Yeah, can you get on with it? Please. Yeah.
Up your fever.
Okay, line 2. Oh, I must call this game over.
Am I through to Vinny?
Yeah.
Oh. Vinny's gay.
Oh, well done. Thanks. Tell me that. Right.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Who is this?
It's Vinny.
Oh, right. Hello, it's Peter Rowling.
Peter Andre.
Who?
Peter Andre.
Am I speaking to him?